went and had a bloody good haircut yesterday, and whilst I was having my hair dishevelled, I was thinking to myself, what has happened to us? Why are we allowing ourselves to literally be treated like animals? We do realise, don't we, that we aren't the playthings of the elite. We're acting like we're their slaves. We even fawn over them. We're doing exactly what they want us to do. They're playing us like a bloody fiddle. Take a look around you. Are you happy with the way this country and the planet is heading? Are you happy where the road that our so-called elected politicians and elite are taking us down? We don't have to go along with it, you know. We can change direction tomorrow if we decide in enough numbers that enough is enough. The elite are doing this for one of two reasons. They're either doing this on purpose or they're doing it because they're completely stupid. So utterly stupid, in fact, that when you think about it, what they're doing can't possibly be done out of stupidity alone. They must know what they are doing. They've caused this planet to become so fractious, like a tinderbox ready to blow at any moment. Just look at Russia. Look at the state of Syria. Look how close we are coming to global thermonuclear war. Whether you watch Justin Bieber or whether you don't watch Justin Bieber. Whether you watch The Only Way is Essex or you don't. The facts remain that we are closer to nuclear war than probably what we've ever been since the creation of this planet lots of years ago. And no doubt when the turd hits the fan, the elite will be there with their promises to take control of the situation and to bring back normality. But only if the general public get in line and agree to A, B and C. A, B and C being, no doubt, a global government, a cashless society, all those things that those pesky conspiracy theorists have been talking about for years. With the way the world is heading, I simply cannot see the EU referendum being held. Call me an old cynic, but even if they set the date of the 21st of June this year, I have a funny feeling in my water that something will happen somewhere on the planet, allowing Cameron the perfect opportunity to say that he is postponing the referendum because it would be in bad taste or not appropriate at the present time, because we all need to come together at this time and defeat the terrorists that the West have funded, by the way, and that we shouldn't drift apart further into isolationism at this time. Now isn't the time for uncertainty. He'll spew some nonsense like that. The global ruling elite simply cannot afford for the UK to leave the European Union. If they do, literally the EU could break up into a million pieces. By God, I hope it happens. But the elite do not want that. Ever since the creation, they've wanted a United States of Europe, ever closer political union. That's the goal. And anyone with a thinking brain knows that David Cameron's renegotiation is an utter joke. It was always gonna be a joke, and a joke it has proved to be. Anyone with a brain to think, which knocks out most of the general public, and 99% of the mainstream media journalists, by the way. Anyone with a brain to think knew from day one that he wasn't going to negotiate anything of substance with the EU because he can't. Jesus, even Nick Clegg, remember him? Even he agreed that what Cameron was trying to negotiate was acceptable. That just proves how milquetoast Cameron's demands were from day one. When the next terrorist attack happens in the UK, this will divide the country like never before and will cause a wave of attacks on Muslims. But we need to be bigger than that. It will be easy to get angry and target who the media tell us to get angry about, but we have to stand tall, we have to be strong, and realise that it's the elite of our country that are the root cause of what has happened. Whether it's a terror attack that prevents the EU referendum, or an economic collapse, or even war with Russia, it wasn't the Muslim down the road that caused it, innit? The Muslim down the road, innit, didn't bomb Syria, did he? The Muslim down the road, innit, didn't bomb Iraq or Afghanistan, did they? No. The Muslim down the road, innit, didn't allow the bankers to create 2.2 quadrillion of derivative debt, meaning the new financial collapse is now an absolute certainty, did they? The Muslim down the road, innit, didn't bail out the bankers, and he won't bail out the bankers next time, will he? But the elite will via our government. It will be the so-called elite via our government that will be pushing us all further into slavery, further into poverty. All this comes about because we cannot come together and say no. We don't have to be violent. In fact, being violent is the last thing we should be. Non-compliance. That's the only way to defeat these scum. And when the next terrorist attack or financial collapse happens and we can't take it anymore, we will have one of two options. We either arrest the people who perpetrated this nonsense, like they did in Iceland, and the other option is to refuse to comply with what the government lay before us to save us. It really is that simple.